Welcome to This Week in Magic for the week of December 7th, 2018. I'm your host, Cinder Shadow, so enjoy. This week we have announcements after announcements after announcements. There has been an epic level release out into the market. There was some stuff coming out of Channel Fireball about MTGO and how it's declining, and a few other things that I found interesting this week that I think a lot of you want to see. First off, I want to say welcome back to Travis Wu. He has made his way back. He is unbanned as of this week. He is now back to being a normal Magic player. Hopefully the future holds something special for him and he can make his rising star happen to rise again. Okay, there's also a MTG Content Creators Awards that started out on Sunday, November 25th, 2018. This is put on by MTG Strategist. He drops in now and again during my live streams, and I see him quite frequently on Twitter. There is a bunch of nominations that can happen. There's Content of the Year, there's Best New MTG Content Creator, and more. I will put the link below if you want to check that out. The nominations have been going in quite well, and as far as I know, they're still receiving quite a bit from them, and you know what? You can do your part. If you know an MTG content creator out there today, give them a shot on this nomination form. It's a little extra give back from the community as a whole on saying that they're doing a good job in and around the community. So, out of Channel Fireball, we got an article that was labeled MTG Arena is Killing Magic Online. This was posted December 3rd, 2018. The Pure MTGO publishes a state of the program. It's sponsored. I'm just going to go through this really quick. Pure MTGO is sponsored by MTGO Traders, which is one of the buying bots that are on there. And you're seeing here the downtick on the value of the cards and how much things have been losing in MTGO. Now, this article has had its repercussions. There's been now 2 places that have frozen assets and have stopped taking market due to the anxiety behind the market. For Cardholder, they've issued this statement. Over the past couple of days, we're seeing a snowballing of market anxiety leading to large volume of collection sales and falling prices. Unfortunately, this is a trend that builds itself. Collection sales lead to a flood of supply, which leads to price decline and precipitates future market anxiety, and the cycle continues. As a small business, we have only so much capital with which to purchase collections and must make prudent decisions for our business. And so we are freezing our collection and ticket purchases until the frenzy dies off. And the frenzy will die off. Prior to this week, and despite the looming specter of Arena, the MTGO economy was relatively stable. The Channel Fireball article that triggered this anxiety was full of misleading indicators and poor arguments, but the article's effect has been very real and cause for much concern. Yesterday's announcement did not address MTGO whatsoever, and so people invested in MTGO are now unsure what Wizards of the Coast's position are with respect to even announcements made 2 weeks ago. We appreciate the MTGO community and realize that our service in liquidating MTGO goods into cash is an important part of the economy. We hope Wizards of the Coast has the foresight to reassure the market today. This was posted today, this morning at 8:40 a.m. So that's from Cardholder. And then we have MTGO Traders. Someone asked them about buying tickets, and they said they've put all buying on pause right now and hopefully resume it soon. And that was also today at 2:21 p.m. That's my time, obviously. So there is much concern in the MTGO marketplace. We saw this kind of happening when Arena was announced. Also, when Arena was announced, Wizards of the Coast did state that MTGO is going nowhere. Now, we can get into something more that came out with the Game Awards that happened yesterday. There was some other stuff that came out from that. Now, we have Magic Online announcements for December 4th, 2018. There's a few new features. This talks about treasure chest updates and the Ultimate Masters Edition into it. But the one big thing that I want to highlight here is that they now come up with a hide chat, show chat feature, and ignore chat. You can now opt out of chat completely. So if you have, I've seen quite a few videos where people get very upset with other people in the chat logs, and it causes too much of a problem. They've actually instituted this where you can only chat with your buddies or just get rid of it altogether. So this is a very positive step for the game surrounding it, but for MTGO, I don't know if you like the chat, or, there's buddies that like to smack talk, so, you're still probably going to want to talk with your buddies. But on top of that, we now have the next chapter for Magic. 25 years of paper, and now they finally are entering the esports scene. We saw this more when Tencent had their announcements about it. Elaine Chase here has covered a bit of them going into the Magic scene, into the esports scene, with a starting $10 million prize pool up for grabs in 2019 across digital and tabletop Magic. Now, this is going to leave stuff wide open on the table. MTG Arena is going to boost itself up. This reminds me of the way how Texas Hold'em Poker really entered the... I want to still call it an esports game, because you see a lot of the poker games that have now gone digital, and you can play that all the time, and they have $1 million tournaments all the time. So this is starting out with a $1 million MTG Arena Mythic International event at PAX East in Boston on March 28th to the 31st. There's going to be MPQ's Mythical Pro League, I don't know what they're going to call it, MTG Arena Mythical Championships. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to lead up to that, obviously, and I suspect that this is going to create a launch date for MTG Arena within the next month or so. You will see them actually announce the true launch date of the program and exit the beta as is. So this is something that they're diving full in for. There's also talk in here, the 2019 Tabletop Mythic Championship schedule for Cleveland in February, London in April, Barcelona in July, and Richmond in November. So it's an increased prize pool. And Tabletop Mythic Championships after London will not offer travel awards. Cleveland and London travel will remain as previously announced. So now they're taking away the travel awards for these also. I did briefly read this, and I did also see that there was that the pros are going to be signed on contracts. and I'm going to guess there's going to be a lot more rules that they're going to have to follow. The Tabletop Grand Prix circuit held at Magic Fest, run by Channel Fireball Events, alone offers a $2.5 million prize pool and dozens of events around the world in 2019. So there's lots to digest in this article. I'll link it down below. So take a look there if you need to know more about it.
Mix-a-lot, I don't know. This game store owner will know. And so will these guys. And so will she. And the actual creator of Magic will also know. Because when you're the world's #1 Magic player...
Okay, I gave you a short middle clip of the trailer that came out for the esports. And there is some seriously things wrong with that little bit of a clip that I showed you. I'm going to show you here on the next screen. Okay, so the screenshot below is a reference to this paper above. They took this paper clip, took the wording of it, copied it over, put in their own picture, and left that there was 39 dead when translated from an earthquake in the circled spots. What? So that's, I can overlook that. Yeah, it's kind of sucks. 39 people died from some earthquake in Hiroshima. And then there was the next part. This is a French paper, Limon d'Argent, I think that's how you pronounce that. But you can see above that they have I've put it into a Google Translator because this is a lot easier to put into a Google Translator. And it translates to when rape is not a crime. Like, seriously, this is the type of things that would take a few minutes out of someone's day to make sure that they're actually finding the proper headlines or actually just making up a headline. This is not something that you want to see in a promo. Come on, Wizards of the Coast, get your act together. You're entering the esports scene, and these are the first two things that came across when people saw these trailers. Now, I don't know who found these in the first place. I know Vera Dark over at Dark Titan Enterprises. She was one of the first ones to put up a video on that, and I will also link that video down below because this is insane. This is not something that should be around the brand around this game, especially with the backlash that they've had over the past 2 years for cardstock, pedo judges, and there's just too many problems in and around this game. One's got to wonder, when are they going to walk in and fix these minor things that can become a PR nightmare and already have become a PR nightmare? I could rant on this forever, but I'm not going to. On with the stories. The $10 million announcement for the esports scene of Magic the Gathering has sparked a few things that I find very strange and disheartening. One coming out of, this is the Daily Esports magazine, or articles online. Magic the Gathering dives into esports with a $10 million and a pro league. Now, I just want to draw more attention to the Magic esports encompasses more Magic games, Magic the Gathering Arena, and Tabletop Magic. The new program is designed to appeal to Magic's 20 million Magic players around the globe. Now, 20 million players. I remember back when Q3 results were out there for Hasbro, and there was talk that there was only 8 million Magic players. So now I'm I'm kind of wondering where they're getting these numbers, especially when I find another article from the Esports Observer. This is out of Berlin. That's actually dated for tomorrow our time. I believe it would be already December 8th over there when I'm shooting this video, and that would probably be why. Wizards Hasbro reveals Magic the Gathering Esports League $10 million prize pool. And now they're talking about down in here, where are we? Magic was originally launched back in 1993 as the world's first collectible card game and has remained the leader in the market for 25 years. According to Wizards, the game has over 35 million players to date, spread across over 70 countries. Where are these numbers coming from? This is apparently according straight from Wizards. I would like to know where they're getting these facts from. We all of us know that there's been a decline in the amount of people attending Grand Prix, and even then, I think they're only up in the tens of thousands for that amount of people. Now, 35 million. Even if you have two DCI accounts per person at 8 million, that's only 16 million. Now, if half of those have a arena account, because let's face it, not everyone has arena, and the last numbers I saw for arena was 1 million signups, and that was a couple months. That was just after they went into open beta. So I don't know where this 35 million players come from across the world. This, to me, these problems with these misleading numbers, I don't know where they're going to go with that, especially when over in the Philippines they weren't able to access arena with the hiccup that they were having over there because it's being run by a different division and they're not allowing arena access at this time. So now, where is the truth in all of this? And Elaine Chase also had her own interview with the Esports Observer, talking about League of Legends and StarCraft and how they were the first real esports, StarCraft being out long before League of Legends, but it was really League of Legends that jumped it forward. So there is a lot to digest. Once again, I'm going to link most of this stuff in below the video if you want to take a real read through them, as there is a lot to digest with all of this. And now for something that a lot of people may not know, and this is something that you should know. With the announcements of the esports, they came out with a MTG Arena starter kit for the esports, and it's game code. You go into the store and you put in the code Game Awards. Now, as you can see here, they have it all capitalized. I believe, I know when I put it in, I put capital G and capital A for Game and Awards only. Everything else was lowercase. This is case sensitive, so please be aware of that. So it's capital G, lowercase AME, capital A, lowercase WARDS. Now you get 25 cards. They're calling them competitive cards. They're mostly in the current competitive formats. So they're giving you 1 Cleansing Nova, 1 Gelta Primal Hunger, 1 Risk Factor, 1 Search for Encanta, which is a huge card, 1 Vraska's Contempt, that's another big one, 4 Conclave Tribunal, 4 The Elvis Reborn, that's a huge card right now in the meta, 4 Lava Coil. Anyone playing red is going to be thankful for all 4 of those. 4 Merfolk Branchwalker, and 4 Sinister Sabotage. So all of these cards are something that you're seeing in most decks right now. So please go out there and redeem now. Considering they're calling this also limited time only. So the sooner you get on this, the sooner you're going to get these cards. Note, it is one per account, and also when you put it in, it tells you it's been redeemed, but nothing really happens. So do double check before and after putting in this code to make sure it was claimed, because when they did first come out with this code, it started crashing servers and things were not working properly. Other stuff that has come out is a few Magic Fest promos that I've come across. There's this nice Nicobolas Swamp that came out. There's also a forest here that looks like part of Ravnica in the fall. It's very cool, the swirl in the background there. And this new full art lightning bolt. So obviously there's 6 Magic Fest promos, so there's also an island, a mountain, and a plains, and this lightning bolt. It's okay. I would much rather see this on a playmat, but only if that lightning bolt is on a foil inlay within the playmat. This is another nice card, another print of a lightning bolt, which they've done time and time and time again, but it's what may draw people through the door, and it costs them nothing to really print this. And that's this week. So there was a ton that came up on this week, new announcements, and everything that is beyond what it should be for the esports thing. We're entering a new age of Magic. We're entering the esports age of Magic and beyond. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know down below if there's anything that I missed. If you do want to see more or want to help support me, I do have a Patreon set up. I've only got one patron at this time, but if you want to really help me out and help support this channel and keep it going, I know I'm still kind of new, and I'm in the process of trying to build this channel, and I'm sitting actually at 126 subscribers currently, so also please subscribe today. That's all I had for this week. I'm going to leave just a little bit of a teaser at the end here of something. I will link it below, though. There was a video that I came across that I think that if you haven't been playing Arena and you want to see a lot of the animations that they've had out there, this video will actually show you all the mythic animations that they've had. So just to give you an idea, it's a 2-minute and 51-second video on the Toilet Drake YouTube channel, and he goes through pretty much every animation that's out there. I'm not going to show the whole video. I'll just let you guys find that on your own. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please have a good day, have good luck at FNM, and have a good weekend. Thank you. See you next week.